Welcome back to my channel, Drunk Crafts with Paige. I am Paige, and I am drinking another Moscow Mule in a can. I still don't have the fancy copper cups that they are traditionally drank out of, but they are on our wedding registry, so maybe sometime soon. In the past, I have had so much fun trying different acrylic pouring techniques that I never would have thought to give a try. We've done different string art and pendulum pours and spinning things. I have one technique that I put on the back burner and I've kind of been saving up, and we're going to be doing that this week. We're gonna play with some balloons. We're gonna be blowing these up and pressing them, like squashing them, putting them in the paint, and hopefully it'll give us a really pretty kind of bloom effect wherever we press the balloon. So if you would like to see how this project turns out, please continue watching. Oh my god. I have a few balloons blown up, and before we get to the balloon squashing into paint part, I found a design on Pinterest that I thought would go really well with the blooming portion of the painting, and we're gonna be making kind of a wreath of flowers, and we're gonna be doing this on a hexagon canvas. So before we start making our flowers with the balloons and the paint, we're gonna make our wreath part. Firstly, we're gonna draw out a circle just to give us like a rough estimation of where we want all the greenery, kind of like in a wreath shape, and then we can place our acrylic pour flowers later. So I have just our silicone cake tin that I'm gonna use to try to center, and I'm just gonna trace it to give us a circle. So here's our circle shape, and now I'm gonna use, I've got a couple different shades of green. I mixed up a really dark one, and we're gonna kind of space out some different leaves and kind of just greenery things for our flowers. I'm gonna take this dark green, and I'm just gonna kind of like do some different shapes, rough shapes for leaves. And then these same greeny colors, I'm gonna use some Q-tips. I'm gonna fold them in half and kind of dip them in a mixture of these different colors. And I'm gonna do enough that we've got a somewhat small space. Maybe I'll even disperse these dots around everywhere, like underneath, just in case we've got some gaps when we do the balloon presses. So now we have, it looks real messy. We have somewhat of like a green background, so when we put the little dots for our flowers with the balloons, we won't have just white canvas showing through. So we're gonna go ahead and let this part dry before we move along to the acrylic pour with the balloons. Our wreath portion is dry, so we are gonna get on to the fun balloon pursing part. And the colors I picked, I love roses. My favorite flowers are roses, and my fiance loves to buy me roses for special occasions. And so the colors I picked are kind of what you would typically find on a rose. I've got a deep reddish color, a light pink, and kind of a peachy color. And we're gonna layer those and then squash them with a hammer. We're gonna squash them down with the balloons to get them to kind of bloom out. So I have balloon number 1 on standby. Hopefully it doesn't move around or go too crazy because of static electricity. But we are gonna try, I think I'm gonna try just a little bit of this pink first with some red. And I'm gonna press the balloon down and see what we get. Oh, that was very fun. Is it gonna give me much of anything if I heat it? Nope, it's not. Well, we're gonna still try these. Try to make something cool. Let's maybe try the pink with some of the peach. Let's do a triple. It's still, I don't know. Well, I don't know, guys. This technique looked so cool. Maybe I need a larger quantity of paint. We're gonna try to do this pink one again, or this peachy colored one. I'm gonna try to aim right for the center of the balloon and press down, bring it up. That looks just as lame. Let's try another red and pink one. Actually, here, let's do another peachy one over here. I don't know, you guys. These aren't really turning out the way that I envisioned them. Maybe there's like a trick to doing these with balloons. Let's do another red one. And you know what? I'm just gonna do some tiny ones just in a few places, just for the hell of it. Well, there must be some sort of trick to doing these balloon press paintings, or maybe I just totally missed it. But we are gonna, I guess, let this dry. Maybe, here, I'll hit it one time with the heat gun. I doubt it's gonna do anything. No ma'am, it did not. So we're just gonna leave this mess as is. We're gonna let it dry and see what we come up with. See if we have something salvageable, or maybe we'll just do something over top. But we're gonna let it dry at least. Our painting is dry and glossed up, and I don't know why I did that with my hands, but here it is. Yeah, you could hang it, I don't know, whatever way you wanted to. You could even have the pointy side up. But if you can tell from the tone in my voice, this is not my favorite piece. I am not super pleased with the way that this turned out. I'm a little bummed. I expected more cells and just something a little bit more exciting from the balloon press, but not every piece is gonna be perfect. It's not gonna turn out the way that I envisioned it, especially when it's a brand new technique I've never tried before. But my fiance, the one who buys me all the beautiful roses, thought it looked like flowers, thought it looked like roses, and so I decided to gloss it up and keep it anyway. So even though it's not my favorite piece, I'll take the compliment and we'll still hang it up in our home. I will still give you guys some up-close shots so you can take a good look at it. Thank you all so much for watching my video. I guess we'll just have to try this balloon press technique again and see if we can make something that I like a little bit more. Either way, if you enjoyed it, feel free to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I have a bunch of links in the description box below for my Instagram and my Facebook page, which now has items for sale on it. It has the price and the description of each item, and all you have to do is hit a little button and it will send me a message telling me you're interested. There's also a list of all of the materials we used in this week's video if you'd like to try to make anything on your own at home. I'll see you guys all for the next video. Cheers!